Hello, I've wanted to make this video for a while, but I wasn't really sure how it would do on my channel. But today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make vertical format videos for TikTok or YouTube Shorts, etc. So to start out, we are going to get our recording from our File Explorer, and I've already pre-made a couple videos to give you guys examples. This is one of them, and the other one I'm going to put right here. The first thing we do after we get our videos in the timeline, if you notice they're still in the horizontal format, is we're going to come up here to Sequence, click on Sequence Settings, and the frame size, we're going to just flip it. We're going to go from 1920 to 1080, and then the other one is going to be the opposite of that, 1920. You're just going to hit OK on this, and then it's going to look like this. You're going to have that vertical format. Now what we're going to do is we are going to make 3 copies of the video portions of these files. We are going to Alt and left click to drag up. And we're going to do that one more time. So the original video stays with the audio, but then we have 2 more videos of that same file on 2 different video tracks. So we're going to go ahead and hide the top 2 tracks. So first off, we're going to focus on the bottommost track, the original one with the audio. And we are going to come up to scale, and we are going to enlarge it till it fills all the edges of our video. So for me, I already know what that's going to be. It's going to be 178. You guys can play around with it depending on your recordings. Now after that, I like to add a little bit of blur to this to make it look a little bit nicer. So what you're going to come over here to the right side, and you're going to find Effects. You're going to type in Blur. Now, I already have a custom bin where I have a few things that I like to use on a regular basis, but you're probably not going to have that. So you're going to come all the way down here to Blur and Sharpen. You're going to grab Camera Blur, and you're going to drag it on top of your bottommost video. That, as you can see, is going to blur it. It's a little too blurry for what I like, so I'm going to come over here to %blur, and I'm going to just add 5 to it instead of 25. You can mess with this like you want, but I prefer this. It's still blurry, but you can kind of still make it out. Now next, we're going to unhide our second track, and this one we're going to do the same thing. We're going to scale it till it hides my cam. You see my webcam right there? We're going to scale it till it hides that. Like I said, I already know mine, so it's 131 for me. Again, you can mess with this till you find the right number. And then I'm going to drag it down where it's only showing a little bit of that background blurred area. That's all we're going to do with this track. For the next track, we're going to unhide it again. This one, we are going to grab it, double click it, drag it to the left, and grab this little circle reticle thingy. I don't really know what it's called. I just know what it does. We're going to place that on top of our webcam. And what that does is when you make this one larger with scale, it zooms in on whatever the middle of that circle is. Now, after we do that, we are going to come down over here and click Create a 4-point polygon mask, And then it's going to do this. It's going to add a mask. So this inside this is whatever's going to be shown. So if I drag it over here, you guys can see that it kind of still outlines a little bit of, it's not a clean edge. So what I like to do is come back over here, click on mask, and I'm going to pull this plunger down, and it's going to make clean lines, clean edges. So it's not big enough, so I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to drag that little arrow till I have the right one. And then I'm going to put this up here. It's a little bit too small, so I'm going to mess with the scale some more. And that is probably a good size. So then I'm going to just try and make sure it's centered and a little bit lower, kind of the same distance from the bottom. I like to kind of keep it the same. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball it there. And then the same thing with the sides. I'm going to eyeball it to where they are even. And that's going to be it. This is just a small clip of me playing Zarya, kind of clutching up for my team. Please, bro, don't be over there. Bro, please don't be over there. Now, as you can see, I have another clip here, and I'm going to show you guys a secret. But before I do, if you guys could subscribe and like this video, I would really appreciate it. It's a small thing for you, but it really helps out this channel. And like I said, I really, really appreciate it. So, like I said, you have another clip you want to make. You already did this clip. You're all good. You want to make another clip. So what you're going to do is, this is a little cheat code I like to do. Same thing we did over here. We're going to Alt and drag left click up. Sometimes it does this where it puts this one up here. All I do is just kind of reorder it, but we're gonna have 3. Same thing we have over here, right? You can see the difference. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. We're going to right click on the one we already made, and we're gonna copy. We're gonna paste it on this other one. It's gonna ask you what you want to paste. You can go through these settings if you like. I already have the right settings. As you can see, it adds that blur back there. We're going to do the same thing on each of these tracks. Pasting it again. It adds this down here. You're going to really see it as soon as I paste this one. And it does it like that. Again, this is another clip. I think this Genji was being a pain, so I decided to deal with him. Nah, son.
Ow, that's aggressive.
And I
had to just assert my dominance on him.
All right. So let's say I would like to get rid of the rest of that.
I had to just assert my dominance on him.
I press C to bring up the clipping tool. And I just snip, snip, snip along that line. I drag right here. All I have to do is press backspace to get rid of that. If you wanted to know how to crop things. Then the final thing you're going to do is you're going to come over here and you're going to click mark out. You're going to grab this. You're going to drag it to the edge of your first clip. To export it, you're going to come up to the top left. You're going to click export. And we are going to call this one Zarya Still Dominates. You're going to click right here to select whichever location you want to export the videos. I already have mine ready. It's eVids. Then you're going to come down here. This is an important part. You're going to come down here. Normally, it's going to select entire source. You don't want that. You just want what you've highlighted. So you're going to click source in and out. And as you can see, it highlights my source that I already marked in and out. Then all you do is just click export. All right. Now, if we want to export this other clip that we made, we're just going to drag this mark out right all the way to the edge till it lines up like that. Then we're going to click this, mark in, and then we're going to drag that all the way to the beginning part of our video. And the same process, we're going to come over here, we're going to hit export, we're going to name this one Genji Disrespect, I guess. You can name it whatever you want. And then this should already have source in and out, but just make sure it does. And then the same thing, we're going to hit export. And there it is, guys. You can upload those to YouTube, to Instagram, to TikTok, however, and it will be that vertical format. I hope this video helps. Leave a comment if it does, and let me know if you guys would like me to make any more of these videos, if you want me to go in depth of how I make YouTube shorts and TikToks and what I do and what strategies I think are best. Leave a comment. Let me know if you guys want to see that video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.